Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, October 19th. And if you look at the time lapse and when you put it into motion, you can see the lighter green grass there where frost was laying yesterday morning. Some areas much heavier than this, but you notice as the time lapse move, you'll see this turn to a darker green as the frost melts, and that gave us about a couple hour delay as far as soybean harvest yesterday. But the time lapse will show as we go later on quite a bit more truck activity during the afternoon, as we had another pretty busy day. About 160,000 bushels of soybeans came in. And if we put that into motion, you can see our headline: sunshine for this morning will give way to showers this afternoon, and they'll become mixed with some wintry precipitation as we get into the very early hours of Saturday and through Saturday afternoon. Looks like about 1/10 of an inch of precipitation across the eastern part of the state, and maybe up to 4/10 as you get closer to Lake Michigan, and that'll be through Saturday afternoon. Then it looks like we're in for a dry period coming up through most of next week, with temperatures in the 40s and 50s, at plenty of cold air coming up here over the next couple of weeks, and we'll show you that in just a moment. As far as the climate data for today, the normal high is 59, the normal low is 39, and 105 years ago on this date we picked up 1 inch of snow. As far as yesterday around the area, we had a high of 52.9, a low of 28.2 for our very frosty morning. So far for the month of October, and we're now down to 2.8 degrees above normal. I think when all is said and done, we may see this in the blue by just a little bit, as we probably end up the month of October slightly below normal. As far as the sunrise this morning at 7:57, it'll set tonight at 6:48. And if we look at conditions around the area this morning, temperatures mainly in the upper 30s to low 40s. The warm spot, Brown City, at 47 degrees. The cool spot down at Blissfield at 37.8. On the satellite view, you can see a couple of features coming in. We've got moisture coming up from the south. This gives us our scattered showers for this afternoon into this evening. And then I think we'll transition into a period of drizzle. But a strong cold front would be coming down south, as well as a trough moving almost due south from Hudson Bay right into the Great Lakes, and that'll combine with a wave of moisture coming up, and I think that gives us a really good shot at showers tomorrow morning. That mixes with some wintry precipitation by the time we get through the afternoon. As far as the radar out there this morning, you can see the first area of precipitation that's moving to the northeast. Again, this should be fairly light, but it should be, I think everyone picks up some showers, especially during the afternoon hours. And then I think a stronger chance will be, as you can see out ahead of that cold front that's moving south out of Canada into North Dakota. That'll be on the move towards the Great Lakes here over the next 24 hours. In fact, all the precipitation we see during the next 7 days will probably occur here over the next 36 hours. On the weather map this morning, you can see as that moisture moves to the north, we got a cold front and a low pressure system that'll move off to the northeast, and behind it an upper level wave will drop right into the Great Lakes. And by tomorrow morning, as those cold fronts move through the area, we'll see any of our precipitation change over to at least a mixture of rain, snow, sleet, grapple, whatnot. But certainly it's going to be a pretty nasty days with winds gusting to 30 miles per hour. It's going to feel quite cold out there. And as far as Sunday goes, we'll see high pressure system drop to the south. Eventually it'll move off to the east, and we'll get a return flow, and that'll get us back maybe up towards the low to 50s early next week. But again, we're not going to warm up much more than that, because these fronts will continue to press. This next one comes through probably later Tuesday. Right now it looks dry, but what it will do is reinforce the cooler air that we see here right down through the end of the month. In fact, when them cold fronts come through the areas, especially tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, there could be enough instability where we could actually see some lake effect thunderstorms. They'd be quite scattered, but again, some of those could occur. So if you see a flash of lightning and hear some thunder, don't be shocked, especially across the western areas. Can't rule it all out in the central part of the state as well, but again, that's very much more unlikely. You can see precipitation amounts generally around 1/10 to as much as 4/10 as you get up into the northwestern snowbelt areas, where they'll see more in the way of lake effect showers and lake effect snow showers. As far as the extended outlook, you can see we're going to remain pretty chilly here right down through the 6 to 10. Below normal will give way eventually to a larger area of troughing across the eastern United States. Combine that with some above normal moisture, I think the last 3 days of October, maybe the first 3 days of November, we could see a better chance, I think, of our first accumulating snows. And again, that certainly puts Halloween in the picture. I'm not saying we're going to have a white Halloween, but I'm saying that the pattern is set up as such that that would certainly be a possibility. So we could see a little snow on the pumpkin as we get to Halloween. As far as the forecast goes, again, pretty windy conditions the next 2 days with gusts up to around 30 miles per hour. Out ahead of that cold front, we'll warm up into the mid 50s, and then we'll drop down into the 40s through the weekend, and then back in the low 50s early next week. And again, our best chance of precipitation over the next 7 days will be this afternoon into Saturday afternoon as it looks right now. And again, lesser amounts to the far southeast part of the state and heavier amounts as you get into the northwest portions of lower Michigan. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.